I'm Sarah, and I'm here with our head coach, Coach Nix, and we're just going to get to know him a little bit. I'm going to ask him a few questions, and we're just going to see a little bit of backstory about his life. What made you want to get into coaching?
When I got finished playing, I wanted to do something that I was going to be an impact to people, impact to society and what we're doing, and just decided that football was something I loved and a passion, and people are my passion, and young people were my passion. So decided I'd blend the two of them together and be able to not only coach football and do what I love, but also have an impact on young people's lives and hopefully in the long run, society in general.
Well, I think a lot of people can say that you've made an impact on them, but what is your favorite memory growing up as a coach's son? Because your dad was a high school coach, and he's pretty popular over in Georgia. So what is your favorite memory with him?
You know, I remember back in the old days in the 70s when they had the tearaway jerseys. And so they were an option football just like everybody, wishbone. And I remember Saturday mornings after the games, my brother and I would be able to get the jerseys that were all torn up and put them together and try to piece them together and play on Saturday mornings with those torn up jerseys and everything. So that was a great memory. And then obviously riding the bus after games. I loved being able to get on the bus after a win or whatever and jump on and ride from the stadium back over to the locker room, my dad. So, just being around, quite honestly, just being around it and fixing helmets and shoulder pads and sweeping out locker rooms and everything else. Just being there was a great memory and a great time with him.
That's so cool. What some people may not know is Coach Nix actually started as a college coach. So explain your transition from college to high school.
Started off in college and coached in college for roughly 16, 17 seasons, and had a lot of fun doing it. But there towards the end of the career in college, realized that I had kids. I wanted to be around my kids. I wanted to be able to invest in them, be around them every day. Slow down just a little bit from all the stuff that goes on in college, and so was fortunate enough to be able to get into high school and be around my kids, and quite honestly have probably a greater impact with the players that I coach. Even more than what I had when I was in college, because you're around the high school players so much. And so, quite honestly, it's been a great transition and really thankful that I did it.
Right. So many know you of a man of your faith. Talk a little bit about your faith journey and how it impacts your coaching and how you have an impact on the players and stuff.
I hope I'm known as a man of faith. I hope that that's how people know me, because Jesus is the most important thing in my life. Without a doubt, hopefully I walk it, I talk it, I'm that person all the time, and the guys be able to see it and are able to see it. I personally think Jesus is the greatest competitor to ever live. I think we play in a very competitive sport in football and very physical, and quite honestly, I don't think there was ever a person that's ever lived that was more competitive, more physical. I mean, he competed so much that he died for a guy like me that didn't even know me, that he was willing to die for me and be beat up and be nails driven through his hands and his feet and all those kind of things. You're talking about a tough dude and a physical dude. Jesus, I would say, is the dude of all dudes. And so for me, I love to sort of intertwine what we do on the football field with Jesus. I think there's so many lessons that football teaches, but we can take so much of the Bible and learn from that with our daily life and what we do in football. And there's a lot of parallels to it that you can take from it and become a better person every day and just try to be better, but letting Jesus be that model and that example of who we should be and what we should strive to be, that kind of thing.
Absolutely. Okay, switching over to a little bit of a fun question. What does life look for you outside of football?
It's a blur most of the time. It's a lot of travel. It's fun to be able to go from Clemson, South Carolina, to Richmond, Kentucky, to Denver, to Eugene, Oregon, to parts unknown. It depends on where we're at different times, and chasing my kids, and then obviously being here in Phoenix City and at Central, and so it's a very busy life. There's not very many weekends that are free. A lot of travel, but love it. Love traveling. With my wife to see the kids and everything else, and being a part of that. Love it. Wouldn't trade it for anything.
That's sweet. Okay, what's your favorite thing about coaching here at Central?
Friday nights are special. Friday nights over, at stadium are incredible. Friday night games are incredible. Quite honestly, I love the off season. I love watching our guys come in and work and strain and try to get better. And and just battle. And I love watching those guys come in that really don't know what's going on and what they're doing, and watching those guys come on through and end up being very successful. Some of them, now are in college playing, or off, maybe they've graduated from Ranger School, or they're in college, making great grades because you're just a student. But watching those guys come through and have success, and knowing that we were a small part of teaching them and helping them grow and getting them there is a lot of fun. So I'd say that off-season part of just watching them go through the struggles and sort of learning who they are, and us learning who they are, and us helping to stretch them and push them, that kind of thing, I think is my favorite part of the whole thing.
Right. Okay, this is going to be your favorite question, I think. How has it been being a new granddad as of 8 months ago? He's like the cutest baby ever, and we may be biased, but
absolutely
what's life
great.
like?
Love being Pappy. It's absolutely awesome. Cannot wait. I love seeing him. I love playing, but can't wait until he's actually running and crawling. And we've already been to Oregon game. We've been to Denver game. We've been to our game. We've been to Clemson games. So we've already been to all sorts of games. We'll go to baseball games. And so I love that now I've got me a little companion to go to all these games with, and somebody to teach, and to grow and to watch him develop and grow. So I love being Pappy. There's nothing better than being Pappy, other than being Dad. But I love it, and it's been a lot of fun.
He's definitely the best. Well, that's all for getting to know Coach Nix, and hope y'all enjoyed, and we'll see y'all next time.